Hello, it's Jimmy Jam Oracle. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a reading for Foodie Beauty. Yeah, I guess things have really popped off with the, was it Pause Kuwait and the whole cat grift situation. I was hoping this morning the spirits would be kind to us and give us the tea on that. Alright, so again, let's welcome the spirits. Ask them for their help today for Chantal's read. Foodie Beauty. And shuffle when I think about her. I think I'm going to do the... Let's go ahead and do the 7-card spread. Or the horseshoe spread, sorry. Alright, so let's get started. And thank you for joining me today as I get all set up. Okay, let's get started. Let's go ahead and flip the first card. It is supposed to represent the past. Put that down. We have the Page of Swords. It says new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless and mental energy. I get this card quite a bit. Always considered like maybe new ideas for like the channel. I get this for Amber too, and I'm pretty much thinking the same thing. But like maybe in this case, in Chantal's case, the new idea being the new like idea to get another cat, or this whole like PayPal situation for donations. Maybe that's the new idea that the spirits are referring to. But let's continue on to the present. We have the 8 of Swords, and they are, reversed. It says, self-limiting beliefs, inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, opening to new perspectives, self-acceptance, and freedom. So freedom is another word that I'm getting a lot in Chantal's reads. And I think freedom is definitely something she is looking for, even like the self-acceptance part. Like she doesn't want to admit that she did something wrong. So like there's this a lot of like talking around and just trying to convince like herself and like everyone who will listen that she's actually in the right in this situation. Even like the releasing negative thoughts as well. Yeah, because on her deleted live, she was just saying things like she doesn't feel safe. You know, just having like these negative like thoughts that she's saying out loud. We have third card, and it's what's aiding the situation right now. Another 8 of Cups. It is upright. It says disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away and leaving behind. Okay, so it seems like what will ultimately help her situation is her just leaving, just walking. And it's funny because this is like a movement. This is what I've been talking about in her reads, these movement cards. And this is the 8 of Cups have shown up in her other reads as well. The withdrawal, the leaving behind, the escapism. And then here we have in the present position, we have freedom. So escaping for freedom seems like, you know, I know like she's threatened to come back to Canada before and then went back on it, but it seems like this time it might be legit. But it always feels that way because like I said, there's always like a movement card when it comes to Chantal. And we know she's not getting on the treadmill. So it seems like what was I going to say? Oh, well, yeah, it seems like even though this is in the what is helping situation or aiding, what it means is what's kind of caused, maybe it could be from her perspective is what I'm trying to say. Like it could be like she thinks this is what's going to help her, this escape. But we don't know that running away from your problems can actually make them worse, Chantal. Okay, so we have the 4th card, which is obstacles. The Hermit. It's my favorite. It's reversed though. It says isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, resignation, distance, lost your way. So maybe it's just what I said. About this is what she thinks is going to help, but actually it's not going to help, because it does say withdrawal. And again, it's another movement, like distance, another movement. So it's saying that, wow, it's saying that she wants to leave. She wants to escape, but there's some sort of block for that. And I don't know if that's financial, or because the Hermit isn't financial. It's not a financially driven card. Maybe emotional, like an emotional isolation, like being away from Salah, knowing that that relationship would probably not work out with her being gone back in Canada and he staying in Kuwait, or whatever is going to happen with him, because he was technically in on all that too. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely something stopping her. Let's move on. It's an outside influence card. Tip. We have the Knight of Wands. So it says energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, and impulsiveness. Okay, so this could also be like how people see her. Maybe the impulsiveness. Even like the passionate part. Inspired action. Like those can be like how her beezers, her little fan group, like see her. They're like, oh, she's so passionate about saving the cats, and again we have like the impulsiveness as well, and I'm still on the fence about whether or not that was an impulsive act or not. But again, we have movement in the adventure. Because adventure implies that you're going out and doing something, seeking something out, or like adventure. So yeah, actually, if this was the opinions of others, the adventure part also, because everyone is like, yep, she's coming back to Canada. All right, so we have the 6th card. It's a little bit of a messy card. It's the advice of the spirits. It's what the questioner should do. Whether it's good advice or bad advice, let's see. It is the Wheel of Fortune, but is reversed. It says bad luck, no control, resistance to change, breaking cycles, negative phase. Breaking cycles is a very interesting read for them. Perhaps the visa cycle is coming to an end. Someone made up that chart and have like predicted like when she goes dark, when she takes a break, then those are her visa runs. And they've actually, I think, past a couple times been pretty dead on. It's also talking about bad luck and no control. So there's something about this situation she can no longer control, or she feels like she has no control. But if it was the advice of the spirits, I think they're just warning her about the bad luck, and that because there's no control over the situation, I don't think there's any real advice they could give to her about what she should do, because technically there's nothing if she has no control, there's nothing really she could do to help herself in this situation. And they're indicating again like the negative phase that she's going through, that bad luck. And then we have the 7th card, everyone's favorite card, my favorite card. It's the outcome card. It is the Knight of Wands. It is reversed. It says inner resources, struggle, overwhelmed, on edge, defensive, paranoia, exhaustion, fatigue, lack of motivation. Okay, but definitely the struggle part. She's going to be struggling with something. Even the overwhelmed and on edge, she was already experiencing that, like I said, in the deleted live. So like exhaustion and fatigue, maybe after a long flight. Not sure, but how about, since we have plenty of time, let's go ahead and continue this read with the outcome card. The Nine of Wands. We're going to ask the spirits, could you give us any more information? Ooh. Oh, I had 2 jumpers. I don't normally like to read jumpers. But there's only, is there 2? Yeah, there's 2. I don't know. We'll put them here. We'll put them off to the side, see if they make sense. I don't know if these were reversed or not when I picked them up. It says playing small, lack of planning, lack of foresight, unexpected delays, obstacles, long-term goals. Okay. Oh, that was the 3 of Wands reversed. Now we have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, lots of wands. Delays, lack of motivation, okay. Spirits are saying delays. Something's getting delayed. I wonder if her flight is getting delayed. Maybe that's the no control. Because Kuwait does have a, what's it called? An exit ban. Where they can stop her from leaving the country if she has outstanding debts. Or there's cases that are just not being solved. Sorry, I had another jumper. Who do we have? We have the Nine of Cups. It's reversed as lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. I've gotten that card for her too. It's the materialism, the indulgence, the smugness. So it seems like the spirits are saying she's not going to lose her her smugness or the situation. All right, spirits, can you tell us anything else about her outcome card? Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I pretty much just shuffle until I feel like, I don't know, I guess that intuition says to stop. What do we have? Ooh, we have Judgment. We have 4 of what? More wands? More wands, making things happen. Oh, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. It's reversed. But remember, Pentacles is about that coin. But let's start with the Judgment. It says, Judgment, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase. Absolution, reckoning, awakening, redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. Okay, definitely reckoning, perhaps, from the Kuwaiti government. The forgiveness and mercy is definitely, I think, something Chantal is going to be looking for. It does say a new phase, which is interesting because when we drew the Wheel of Fortune, we had a negative phase. We had breaking cycles. So that could be just what that's saying. Like, yeah, she's entering a new phase, but it's not going to be good for her. But it will, I don't know, it breaks her out of the rut that she's in. So I guess it would be bad for her, but I guess good for viewership. At least be something else to watch. So now we have the 4 of Wands. It is reversed as personal celebration, inner harmony, conflict with others, lack of support, breakdown in communication, home conflict, transition, transience. So this card, I'm pretty sure for a fact I got for her the last time. It was definitely the home conflict that was coming up. So I just wonder, it does say conflict with others as well. It does say lack of support. So I'm just wondering if her trying to get home, like if that's the lack of support, like she just doesn't have a family member or someone to take her in for the long term. Or maybe it's the lack of support in the community as well. Yeah, because you know what? The lack of support part could be the fact, because in her life she says she couldn't even ask for donations to help her get back to Canada because that's illegal. That's illegal while she's in Kuwait. Maybe that's the lack of support that the cards have been talking about, or even the breakdown in communication. You know what I mean? And it's funny, we get breakdown communication right after Foodie posts about how she's going to take a small break from the internet to, you know, kind of let things cool off for a bit. So we move on to the 8 of Pentacles. It is reversed. It says self-development, perfectionism, misdirected activity, no passion, uninspired, no motivation. Let's say misdirected activity. And it is like attached to like I said, finances. Self-development. I don't know. Uninspired. It's probably the uninspired, no passion, no motivation part. So if she is going through this time of where is it? This one. This time of the releasing negative thoughts. Is that the card I was looking for? Oh man. Oh no, it was the first one. Stupid. Okay. So it says struggle, overwhelmed, on edge, defensive, fatigue, and then we have no passion, uninspired, no motivation. So basically, this situation is going to pretty much break her down, I guess, emotionally. Maybe even physically with the fatigue. And I don't know, maybe the new negative phase, maybe that's just she's becoming depressed. Or like I said, she's entering a new phase where maybe the Kuwaiti government is going to really crack down on her. I don't know. But it does seem like the direction she's going in is not a good one. It's not going to end up very good for her at all. But let's do one more, just a 3-card pull. I put the cards back into the deck, so if they show up again, then that's just the Spirit's will, I guess. Alright, so shuffling. Spirits, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Chantal's outcome with the Kuwaiti government? About any legal issues she might be having. Again, we have the 6 of Swords. Okay, because I think I got that in the last read as well. Transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving on. And then we have the King of Wands. A natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature, and career focused. Who is this individual? Because it does not sound like Chantal. It does say career focus and overcoming challenges, so perhaps it could refer to her. Some people kind of refer to her as a cockroach, where it seems like she can just survive just about anything. That could be what the King of Wands is implying. It does say natural leader. And for some reason, when I think of that, I think of the Kuwaiti government. I'm not sure, though. So let's keep moving. Oh, we have the 3 of Swords. It's the heartbreak card. It says heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, divorce, loss, and depression. So yeah, it seems like she's entering a new depressive phase, or at the very least, whatever this situation brings her is going to take her to that point. It does say hurt and divorce. And thing is, I don't think Salah would be allowed to come to Canada if she can actually get away from the Kuwaiti government. I don't know. It's all very interesting. All very interesting. All right. So remember, we thank the spirits for helping us out today. And I thank you for joining me and listening. And I hope you have a great day.